The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. There are three financial paths: the sidewalk, the slow lane, and the fast lane. A sidewalker's financial plan is basically have no financial plan. Typical sidewalkers are basically people that'll trade financial security for instant gratification. The latest iPhone, the most fashionable clothing, latest trends, must have the newest car, even though it puts them in financial debt. Basically using credit and assuming that it's an actual source of currency. So if a person has a $5,000 credit limit, they get into a mindset of, wow, this is money that I now have. No, it's actually negative money. Now, this isn't just people that are economically inept. There are, heavy, high income earners that are also sidewalkers. For instance, professional athletes who at the end of their careers, they spend all their money. They're broke. Musicians, I'm thinking the lead singer from Creed, Scott Stepp, made millions and millions of dollars, but by the end of his career, by 2014, he was broke and homeless. So don't be a sidewalker. Don't spend almost as much as you make. Don't go about your finances aimlessly. Don't rely on bullshit luck, casinos, lottery tickets, just aimless faith. And this is probably the worst one. Don't waste most of your time on bullshit. Binging on soap operas, the Kardashians, sports, video games. I know I'm somewhat guilty of, a few. But, you got 15 hours a day. Don't spend most of your time doing complete wasteful bullshit. The mass majority of people are in the slow lane. Growing up, we're taught in school, work hard, learn a skill set so you can have a good job, so you can work 40, 50 hours a week, work 40, 50 years, and then hopefully when you're 65 or maybe 70 now if they want to raise it, you're able to retire. So that's basically the polar opposite of everything we should have been taught in school. So one of many reasons being in the slow lane sucks is having one source of income. In what society did we get conditioned to believe, oh wow, it's so great to just have one source of income that my whole family should rely on? Another reason it sucks is jobs really don't give a shit about you. We're in 2018 right now, going into 2019. Jobs, for the most part, they don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? Like, you're a commodity. There's a lot of people on this planet. They don't need you. They don't need to pay you a living wage. And for you to still be stuck on a mentality where it's like, oh wow, one source of income. Yeah, that'll be great. Oh, by the way, I spend the majority of my time trying to get this one source of income. Yeah, that'll be great for my family. It's just crazy when you actually really, really dive in and think about it. So is the opposite true? Can you get rich quick? And I want to answer, yeah, absolutely. Twitter in 2013, they went public. They became a multi-billion-dollar company. Yeah, billion-dollar company, not million, billion-dollar company. I think it took them about 2.5 years. So yeah, can you get rich fast? Yeah, absolutely. Is getting rich fast easy? No, absolutely not. That's where the work and the dedication comes into effect. So can you get rich quick? Yes, you can. In the Millionaire Fastlane, we're introduced to the 5 commandments of the fast lane. And the acronym is going to stand for sense, as in C for control. So how much control do you have in whatever business that you're in? Is it a multi-level marketing system where you have very little control and basically they can change the terms? Well, in that case, you're not really driving the car. You're in the back seat. You have very little control. E is an entry. Can just anybody get into your business? Can just anybody get into your line of work? That's gonna fail the commandment of entry. Again, to use the example of the multi-level marketing system, it's, if you're creating your own competitors, if the multi-level marketing system is more concerned with getting more people in, well, you're violating the commandment of entry. N stands for need. So do people really need your product? Is it something where, it's perishable, it's consumable? There's so many things that we need as humans in general. Obviously water, food, but I mean, believe it or not, even entertainment. If it's really high on the 1 to 10 scale as far as entertainment, if it's really high on a 1 to 10 scale as far as entertainment, people are gonna want it to the point that they need it. Entertainment is a need. From everything that we deal with in life, people wanna be entertained on their off time. T as in time. So is it taking you 8 hours to create a handbag that you're selling for 40 bucks? I mean, if that's the case, then you're basically hustling backward. S as in scale. So are you able to scale whatever business that you're getting into? So for instance, here on YouTube, I'm able to make a tutorial video and thousands of people can watch it, hopefully even millions, and I could be sleeping. You know, I'm serving the masses at a fraction of the time, because basically all I have to do is just create the video and make sure it's really high quality, make sure it serves its actual purpose. With scale, I can reach the masses in comparison to having one job that you go to where I have to physically be there. I have to be there for 40 to 50 hours out of the week, depending on my travel time and what time I have to get up or be asleep the night before. And that actually brings up another point. So now if we look at it logically, the reason most people are never going to get into the fast lane or even become multimillionaires, or even millionaires for that matter, or rich or well off, these are basic mathematical equations. So for instance, if we take two people, this specific person A, goes to a job and he makes X amount of money, right? So even if this person were to, let's say hypothetically, clone himself, send himself to the same job and get that clone's pay, he's only gonna make double. Or even if you take him on a linear time scale from left to right on a 10-year span, where he's not gonna make double the money. It doesn't matter how much he increases his production, his value. It's highly unlikely, it's almost mathematically improbable that he's gonna make 2 times his wages. Like if he's making 20 bucks an hour, it's highly unlikely that he'll maybe get to 35 or 40. But let's say if he does, he's not gonna 5x his wages, he's not gonna 10x his wages. So mathematically speaking, we're using our most valuable resource, which is time. We almost use it like a commodity, like we have an endless amount of time. No, we don't, you know? So that's one of the reasons there's very few people that are gonna be in the fast lane. For the most part, for most people, the safe bet is gonna be the slow lane. The slow lane, and honestly, I would say the slow lane, a little bit of side hustle. And then once your side hustle starts, it's able to pay for your overhead, then you're able to make that jump and that leap. Now, you take person B, and basically this person is creating a system. He's creating a product that can be multiplied. He's creating a product such as an ebook, online video tutorials. He's doing an online website, e-commerce, where basically he can sell all over the country, whether, somebody in New York at 3 in the morning, somebody in Texas at 5 in the morning. All these systems are set to scale. So to summarize, have a good offensive game. Just don't focus in on a defensive game, trying to save money left and right. I mean, that's a good idea all around, but you need to increase your income. Build an online business. We're in 2018 going into 2019 right now. The internet has generated more multi-millionaires faster, more than in any previous generation in recorded history. One thing I've noticed from watching Shark Tank, I think I've watched almost every single episode ever. They have a common recurring theme, and it's basically all the sharks gravitate towards having an online business. They don't want a brick and mortar. We're going towards 2020. They don't want a brick and mortar. This is already actually old news. The best comparison is Amazon in comparison to Sears. Sears going out of business. Amazon booming. People want a system, and a brick and mortar is stifled by large amount of overhead, limited to store hours, employees you have to pay for, regional. If it's not in your area, you're just not gonna walk in. If it's not in your city, if it's not within a 50-mile radius, you're not gonna go. It's just highly unlikely. And the last one is, as you create your business idea, run it through, it's the SENSE acronym. Run it through that, and see how it comes out. You know, now one thing I will say, not everything is going to be fully 100% concrete. Like for instance, I'm on YouTube. I don't have a lot of control, you know, so I'm a little bit more limited on the actual control, but I'm higher on the scalability. So, you know, it's just not every business is going to be perfect. You're going to have to go into it. You're going to have to do a lot of work, extensive work, research, and you're probably going to have to put money in. And the thing is this, there's no perfect system to creating money. It's all going to be a matter of grinding it out. So we're going to wrap this up. If you like my content, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for the notifications.